Hi everyone, I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Love and Hip Hop New York Season 5, Episode 10. So we starting off with Rich Dallas and Johnny Blaze. He didn't sit her down and have a talk with her. He's like, if we're going to work together, I'm going to need you to be a little more R&B and a little less, gangster rap. Because I can't be having you fighting every time we turn around. And she was like, it wasn't really my fault. I came there to apologize to that girl just like you asked me to, and I did it. By the way, you looking real cute. But anyways, I'm paraphrasing. She's like, but she swung on me, and like, what was I supposed to do? My automatic reaction is to swing back. He was like, yeah, I get that, but I'm going to need you to pull it in. I can't be having y'all fighting all the time. She's like, alright. She's giving him the eye, he's giving her the eye. He's like, alright, girl, go meet me in the bathroom. I'm like, really? Y'all finna go have sex in the bathroom? She's like, you gonna really come? And he was like, yeah, just give me a minute. She's like, alright. And she just walked up. I was like, really? We just going to the bathroom to have sex. Like, really? The bathroom is like one of the most disgusting places in the restaurant. And y'all take that place to choose to go have sex? Okay, but I forget, this is Rich Dallas who we're talking about. So Peter, he is upset. Amina, she is at home playing with the baby on the couch, and I'm gonna pause right here. I don't know what it is when I see people with like newborn babies and they just got the baby on the naked couch where people's behinds are beating it. That just some right there and just like, no, just don't do that. Put a blanket down. Really nice. Put a little blanket down so the baby can sit down. Just don't be having the baby on a naked couch where everybody's tailed and bent. But anyway, Peter comes home. He mad. He started packing the bags because he feels betrayed. And why does he feel betrayed? Because Amina went behind his back and told her all his dirt. Whether it was true or not, she shouldn't have did that. He's mad now. He's ready to leave. She's like, all right then. You leave? I'm taking my baby and I'm going to Germany. I guess he didn't think she was going to do that, but it's like, all right, cool, baby. Just make sure you sign them divorce papers, and we can keep this moving. So now she all upset and crying. And I'm trying to figure out, how did Peter make her the bad guy in this situation? Like, I don't know if it's Amina herself that he has the ability to do this, but somehow he's made her, like he's the victim in this. Like, he's been done wrong. Like, no, Peter, you were cheating. And, I guess you feel like you my wife and you supposed to stand by me and not tell my ex that I was cheating on her. But it wasn't like Tara was going to take Peter back and Amina ruin the chances for him. Because she already told him, like, in Barbados, it's not going to be us again. I may sleep with you every once in a while, and I don't even know if I'm going to do that, but it will never be us again. So I'm not really sure why he's mad and blamed it on her. And like, really, Peter, like, where you gonna live at? Tara ain't gonna let you live there, and Amina's like your only hope. So Rich, Peter, and Cisco meet up for their weekly creep meeting. This is what I'm gonna call it. When Cisco, Peter, who else was it? Cisco, Peter, and Rich, and Chink. Mendy says he don't really count because he ain't really a creep. I guess he was just doing that because there wasn't nothing else to do and they made him do that. But when those four meet up, we're going to call those the creep meetings. So they've met up for their weekly creep meeting to discuss their lives and get advice from the other creeps on how to handle the situation. Yes. So Peter's like, yeah, Mina went and told Tara some stuff that, wasn't necessarily all the way completely true. And now Tara was all mad and upset at me. Now Mina talking about taking my baby to go to Germany. And I guess it's just me. Cisco feels that since the mother of his child has, taken the mother of his children has taken their children to, off to Atlanta behind his back, he has, some authority to speak on the situation. Now, I don't know why he feels that, because that whole relationship is all the way messed up. I guess the only thing he can say is, man, it's really hard being away from your kids when you used to be around them all the time. But how to help the situation? No, Cisco's not the person to go to. He's the farthest from it because he don't even have that situation together, let alone trying to tell somebody else how to live their life. Now it's Cisco's turn. It was like, well, Diamond met up with me. She went to my phone. She did that, this, that, third. Tried to call me out on some stuff. They don't have no advice on him because, like, okay, you had, stuff on your phone. That girl kind of crazy and nosy. It was bound to happen. So that's basically on you. So Diamond decides she wants to get back with Cisco. I don't know why. These two, they kind of, mainly Diamond, she kind of like making me go through some things. Like, she be making my head hurt. She be going through too many emotions in this short amount of time that we've known this child. She's leaving her baby. She's calling it a dog. She with him. She left him. She's with a new guy that's great, but that really wasn't her man. And just a whole bunch of stuff. So she decided the richest person to help her get back with Cisco. And he listens. And she's like, I thought we had something good, yada yada, whatever she was saying. And then she went on to saying how she got into his phone because he messed around and got drunk one night and passed out. So she so cleverly, got his phone, put his thumb on a little button to access his phone, saw all the text messaging pictures on his phone and decided to, text him to herself. She didn't wake him up, didn't question him on it. I guess she was going to use it as ammo for when they got into a fight or he accused her of cheating. She was going to hold that in her little back pocket. But, Rich is looking at her like, a lot of people are like, this girl is crazy. You doing a lot. You doing some extra, type stuff to do with this man. So she's like, all right. She decided to write Cisco a 4-page letter. Hopes he get it. And you better go get it on time. Paraphrasing that song, but you get it. So she wrote this nice little 4-page letter. It's like, I want you to give this to him to let him know my feelings towards him. Now, like I said before, her and her emotions and her love and one minute hate him the next. It was just last week they was getting into it, and she was saying how she went in his phone and saw those text messages for the mother of his child or the host, more the other women. But I'm getting tired of their whole little situation. Like, they love each other, but they hate each other. One minute you my boo, the next minute I don't like that girl, she ain't that, and I don't like him, he ain't that. It's like, get it together. So Tara and Amina meet to discuss this whole Peter situation, their love triangle, them being wife-in-laws. Shout out to Judge Matthew, because he be saying that when two women be with the same man, they wife-in-laws. So they're discussing their wife-in-law situations. And Tara is still going on how about when and if she wants to sleep with Peter, that she will do that. Amina knew the situation when she got into it. She's talking like, when you first got with Peter, we all sat down and discussed that I can continue on sleeping with him, even if y'all get married and have a baby. Since I was with him before you, I have the option of still sleeping with him until I no longer want to, and then you will be the main person. And when he gets somebody else and leaves you and get married to them, then you have the option of continuously sleep with him. She's saying that like, what the deal was, like we didn't have some type of arrangement where I could still sleep with Peter and you be okay with it and not be mad at me. And Amina wants to know when this, sleeping together with Peter happened. I'm not sure why, but she's like, well, it was like when you was pregnant. And I'm shocked that she's shocked that Peter cheated, because she said that Peter, he be gone weeks on end. He be saying he's at Tara's house to get the boys ready for school, but it's only 24 hours a day, and I'm sure get 8 hours of those the boys are at school, and another 8 hours they sleep. So that's 16 hours right there. Where is he left the other 8 hours? Is somebody tell me? Because if he ain't at your house and he ain't at Tara's house, suddenly he's cheating. Is it you mad that he cheated when he was pregnant? I don't know if Tara's saying this because she's like, okay, last week you went on and told me how Peter was cheating on me, so I want to reciprocate the hurt to you to let him know that you know that he was cheating on you with me when you were with the child. So I'm just like so over this whole situation. I'm over Tara's I am entitled to sleep with Peter because I was here first and you stole him from me. I'm getting tired of it. I'm gonna need her to have a new storyline. Then I'm gonna keep on sleeping with this married man who didn't marry me. So Amina's having this little showcase. A couple of people come out, Rich, Sin, Precious Paris, and some other folks. And when, Amina's little citizen, Peter just walks on stage and likes helping her off. And she's like, what you doing here? And like, they are on stage trying to figure out why is he here. He's like, I'm here, I'm your husband, I'm here to support you. So he like ushers her off to the side and lets her know that he loves her. And he wants his family back. I guess he realized, oh snap, I ain't got nowhere to stay. I do kind of sort of love Amina and I love my baby. So he wants his family back, but he wants them back, but he's not comfortable enough to tell Tara that Amina and their baby is his family in life now, and that is his wife. I don't know why he's not comfortable saying that when Tara already knows that they're married. The kids have already met Amina and their little sister, so I don't know what Peter is talking about when he said he's not comfortable with telling Tara his feelings for his wife. It's like the situation is like, I don't know. I'm just confused about him not being comfortable telling somebody that he cheated on with and left. That, I'm with this other person. You know this. I married this person, gave this person a child. That I'm not comfortable telling you that we're together. And it's like, you know what? I don't want you. I don't want you no more. You said, trust me, Amina, I never do anything to hurt you. Yes, shout out to Jackson's American Dream. Love that movie. But anyway, it's just like, you know what, Peter? I'm done. I'm through. I'm not doing this with you no more. The fact that you're not comfortable and I'm your wife. No, I'm taking my baby. I'm going to Germany. And he's like, all right, I go with you. She's like, I'm not trying to introduce you to my family when you be treating me like this. Who are you that I'm to meet my family when you've been treating me like a dog? Deuces. So Erica tells her son that she is getting married. Like, I guess all her other boyfriends, they didn't get around her son. But, since her Shad are getting married, or Shad, whatever his name is. I'm going to call him Bow Wow, because that's who y'all know I'm talking about. They are getting married. And in order for her to get married to Bow Wow, she needs her son's approval. She just ain't gonna be marrying anybody and her son not be happy. But her son's like, he kind of feels where it's like he don't really know what that entails. But she wants to know that I love you, and Daddy loves you, and Mommy will always be Mommy, and Daddy will always be Daddy. We just gonna be a bigger family, and you gonna be a big brother because Bow Wow has a daughter, and he seems happy about that. And I'm glad that Erica sat her son down by herself and was like, hey, Mommy's going to be getting married and you're going to be needing him soon, and I want you to be happy for Mommy, but if you're not, that's okay. Because he's like, I don't really know how to feel about this. I don't know how to, express my feelings on, you marrying somebody. But in the end, he seemed happy that he's going to be a big brother and that his mom is happy. Amina decides to pack her things and go to Germany. Her and her baby, they take a cab to the airport, and that's like, we getting out of this toxic situation with your daddy, and we're leaving. My question is, when did she get that baby's passport? Just saying. Just a question that's out there. It's like, how old is the baby? When did she get this passport? Is it like been a span of time since she told Peter that she was leaving and she wouldn't got the passport? I need to know these questions. So Yanni, she's all upset in the uproar because Mendices and told her that the baby's in the hospital, so she's getting in the cab. She's all upset. Her pressure's raising up. She don't know what to do. And come to find out, it was a lie. I guess Mendices couldn't get a hold of her, and his bright idea was to say, hey, Amira is in the hospital. Knowing how Yandy feels, I guess the baby went to the hospital before and she was freaked out. So when she gets to Mindy, she's just like, what in the world? Why are you lying and saying my baby's in the hospital? I'm 9 months pregnant. I could have went into premature labor. My blood pressure could have went up, and you lying because you couldn't get a hold of me. He's like, you left your kids at school. The teacher was saying he was having some problems. You just left him at school. I wasn't taking care of the kids doing all this. She was like, I was taking care of everything while you was in jail for that year. Not only them kids, your business, my business, your mama's business, my mama's business. I was taking care of everybody's business. And the fact that you've been doing this for a few months and you acting like you need an award and you need a break, boy, get out of here. These your kids too. When you got out of jail, I expected you to do my job and your job to give me some break. I'm pregnant trying to get things together. You over here lying? Where my baby at? You got my baby in the studio? Then homegirl assistant come out. She want to know if Mendices is alright. She's like, right now, right, girl, whatever your name is, this ain't the time or the place. I'm going to need you to leave. Homegirl said, Mendices, you alright? She's like, girl, I told you to leave or I'm going to give you one of these. Okay, matter of fact, that seems over. We're going to talk about Yandy and her little, Mendices' little friend. Oh, my head is itching out, sorry. We're going to talk about Mendices' assistant he met on Instagram. I was last week getting upset in Yandy's defense because this girl was all up doing some little single white female trying to dress like Yandy, you know, all up in Mendices' face. You know, I'm over here, you know, getting my blood pressure raised up and, you know, getting mad on her defense until it was brought to my attention. And I don't know if it was 4X Rocks or Bonnie Blue that said that Yandy and the assistant are cool because there were some pictures on Instagram that I guess the girl had sent out or Yandy had sent out, and they took a whole lot of pictures together. And somehow the pictures went away or something like that. But I don't know if it was just a storyline. It wasn't until they brought up the fact how, when was either season 1 or season 2, how this Mendices, Yandy, and Mendices' assistant kind of mirrors Jim Jones, Christy, and Yandy. How Christy was mad at the way Yandy was, you know, handling business for Jim Jones. I wasn't thinking about that because I'm so into, you know, trying to defend Yandy. I'm like, really? You done got me all defending you and you friends with this girl? What you doing this for, a storyline? And it wasn't until this week when the girl, she was like laughing as Yandy was yelling at her. Like she couldn't keep a straight face that, you know, this her homegirl and they on TV and Yandy's laughing at her. That's when I started, you know, give them the side out. Like, Mona, you recycling, doggone it. Madness between the groups now? Is this what we come to? I guess Mendices and Yandy didn't really have much of a storyline since he's out of jail now and she's pregnant. They living happy. They had to throw some kind of torch into their doggone lives, but whatever. So, oh yeah, Christy, she was asked, you know, to do a photo shoot for some random magazine because, you know, Chinks ain't really worried about her. He ain't trying to introduce her to his family. So she gonna be living her life, and whoever wanna get with this, can get with this. I was like, okay, whatever. So that was just a review. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or leave a response. And like always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.